distillers and drinkers of distilled beverages. Today on Merry Meeples, we are going to be opening the box for Distilled, a spirited strategy game. Coming to us from Paverson Games. Designed by Dave Beck, art by Eric Evanson. We'll flip this over. See the thematic strategy card game about the science and business of crafting alcoholic spirits in a distillery. Featuring over 200 uniquely illustrated cards and components. Plays one of 18 diverse distillers from around the world. Here's all your game contents. It's at 1 to 5 players, 30 minutes per player, age 14 and plus. And then here's all that information. Flip that back over and open the box. So typically when you open the box first, you're going to get this thing that says, "Stop! Do not throw away your empty punch board frames after you punch the tiles out. Because the distilled box has blah, 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 blah." Basically, they want you to put the punch boards on the bottom so it holds it up top here so nothing slides when you open it. However, on the other side, there is a reboxing diagram here to help you put stuff away after you punch it and so forth. All right, you have a first taste, a step-by-step guide for new players. Got all your, what the setup is. Here's where that's what they suggest everyone to be. And kind of walks you through your first few steps to kind of get you acclimated to the rules, how it plays, going through all that. So again, that's the first playbook. Then you have the actual rule book itself. This thing is fairly hefty. Beginner guide. Here's all the components. Here's a full setup. There's the player setup, a round overview. Distiller identities. We have not played this yet, as you can tell, because I'm not quite 100% sure on everything, but we'll definitely be getting to the table very shortly after doing this. Market phase, distill phase. There's an example, the cell phase. This is a nice linen-y finished rulebook, real good quality, age, end of round, game end, bottle collection example, here's the credits, commonly forgotten rules, running out of cards, then tasting flights, balance play, American Spirits. So I believe these provide you with customization diversity to keep the play spirited. Each of these 8 flights includes 7 spirits with different levels of prestige. Flights are paired to distiller identities below. They provide a standard backup to these identity signature recipes. So kind of some alternative setups. And here you'll see thanks to our Kickstarter backers, which we were one of them. We commissioned 6 custom audio tracks specifically for Distilled. These were inspired by different regions and processes one might find in the world of spirits. Visit tabletopaudio.com and search Distilled to load these up and play in the background while you enjoy this game. Then the spirits of Distilled. All regions, the Americas, Asia and Oceania, Europe. And then we get into the solo mode. And in the back is a sequence of a round, endgame scoring, the glossary, index. I really like when companies do this because then I can just have this sign on the table as we're playing and it's just a quick reference. Alright, so first thing we have is our distillery boards. In fact, here's what I'm going to do for you people. We're going to have this sheet right here next to me so I make sure. So yes, so we have the rule books. Here are our distillery boards. We have the 1. We have 2. 3, 4, and 5. We have the truck and basic market boards. There's the basic market. There's the truck. And then here are the recipe clipboards. You'll notice these are double layered. For you to put your cubes in, you're going to put the cards here for the stuff you're going to be distilling. There's all that. a little signature recipe down here. And there's all the backs. So then you have your different spirit awards. Those. Here's some more. So 2, 4, 6. And there's 4, but they're not fully full, so it's actually 23. Am I putting those in wrong? Yep, other way, do this. Because this is in one of them. But you see plenty of different spirit of words. And then, part of the Kickstarter package was this really nice metal coin. It takes the place of this. As you see, it goes right there. Typically that would go there. And then you have your Master Distiller ribbon with a tag. And then you got this little barrel that does something in the game. Again, haven't played it. Glanced briefly at the rule book. I did watch like a how to play on this like a long time ago. So I need to refresh obviously before we play again. And this comes out. Set that right there. Then you have these game trays with these little custom D's on them. So these are the coins and the little cubes. The cubes have a really nice metallic paint on them. They really sparkle and shine. It's hard for the camera to pick that up, but they are wonderful. I have mine separated into 2 as evenly as possible because I will have one on my side and the bride will have one on her side. Next up you have again this beautiful game tray, Distilled, and the back of it kind of has that on there. And I didn't mess up, turned it over. In here you have all your different labels for your different alcohols you can make. You have brandy, pisco, shochu, soju, grappa, aquavit. These are all signature recipes up here. These are your player tokens. Big, thick, wooden, chunky bits. These are 50 and 100 point things. Here's your moonshine, your vodka, your whiskey, your rum, your labanog, tequila, gin, my personal favorite, a baijiu, and a cachaça. Cachaça, really good in caipirinhas. So again, that is this tray. Really wonderful. Set it on the table, all good to go. This is the shelf board. It did come with this kind of thing, I'm guessing to protect the back in transit. And then you have all of your cards here, and over here you have those recipe type cards I was talking about. So when you have your player board, you take one of these, and it just slides right in there. That way you're open to these different types. You also have these really nice player aids. And as you see, there's 5 of each, so everyone can do the same, or you can just mix them up and everyone can be different. Alright, so that's what those are for. We have the solo cards here. Solo Go Swap card. Kind of tells you what it does on here. These are all barrels with different letters on this side. These have the little thing. And what's on the other side? A bunch of words and numbers. So this is all for the solo game. Now we have some distillery goals. Get my fat fingers in there. Blue glass, have or be tied for the most displayed that or that bottles. So here's just a bunch of distillery goals. Yep, I know you can't see them well, but that's why you should buy the game. Alright, now all the big cards. So these are all ingredients. You got yeast. Basic. When purchased, immediately gain one that looks like coin. Cannot be traded with the basic market. Yeast is the oldest domesticated living organism. So, some yeast. Then here's some water. Again, basic. Mixed grains is basic as well. Then mixed plants, basic. So it's a plant sugar. This was a grain sugar. And now you have mixed fruits, which is a fruit sugar. So we'll stick those right here. Next stack of ingredients. Flip it over. And we have ingredient alcohol. Lots of alcohol. And then ingredient grain sugar, beer barley, signature. So here's all your signatures for all of your different people. So I think we're actually going to take those and let's just stick those right there. Now you have premium ingredients. You have rice, which is a grain sugar, sorghum, grain sugar, more premium, wheats, rye, millet, corn, barley, and potatoes. So plant sugars, grain sugars. Stack those back. Put that in there. I haven't quite organized the cards how they probably should be. They're kind of just ramble-shambled. And we'll finish up the ingredients here with even more alcohol. More premium, so you have anise, sugarcane, palm, agave, apples, figs, juniper berries, which is used in, exactly, gin, grapes, turbo yeast, and mountain spring water. Makes the best. Let's just throw those face up over there. I'll organize that in a second. And now you have your different flavors. Bacon, bandages. That sounds, yes. And iodine soaked ones at that. Berries, birthday cake, bready, caramel, cherry, chocolate, cinnamon, coffee, coriander, fishy, floral, fruity, ginger, grass, honey, horse blanket. Because who doesn't want liquor tasting like a horse blanket? Leather, malty, manure, maple, nutty, oaky, old cellar, orange peel, peaty, piney, plastic, rubber tires, salty, seaweed, skunky, smoky, soy sauce, spicy, sports bag, toasted marshmallow, tobacco, and vanilla. So again, those are your flavors. Now we have our distillery upgrades. I am not going to read all these. For they, I have you can get a drone camera though. Some storage, a malting floor. So obviously this is all equipment that you can get to hopefully make your distillery better. And here's some people you can hire, specialists. This here is off to the side because this is expansion content, a mini expansion that came with the Kickstarter edition. So it's basically some new personalities, a couple new items, tasting journal for flavors so you can make up your own flavors. And then the signature ingredients for these people and their signature blends I have with the other tokens. Now we get to items, and you have cards that say basic item, starting item. So let's go ahead and put those on top. That makes sense. I don't know why they got down there. Premium items. Lots of premium items. So let's start with those. So barrels. So a bunch of different barrels. Stainless steel, jugs, mason. So we're still in the premiums. Skull bottle. These are all premiums. Now we're into the basic. So more barrels. You just got the clay and wood for your basic. And your starting ones are glass bottles, and metal barrels. And then finally, we have all the personalities. So again, these are the ones that you can do. They have a little biography on the back, their starting resources, their signature sugar, and then their signature recipe, what it is. So quite a few of these. You got none that you have to choose from to be. So again, that was what was in the box of Distilled. Let me just kind of stick that bad boy back down there. Wait, let me put these cards here. So as you can see, it boxes up super nice. Plenty of room in there for if you sleeve your cards, or there are already a couple of expansions we did not get when we backed this. I am regretting it, if nothing else, because I'm a completionist and don't like the fact that there's all this loose room where I could be putting other stuff. So I'm just showing you really quickly how easy it is to rebox. One more board in there. Get a rule book. Sheet. Top of box. So again, that was Distilled, a spirited strategy game from Paverson Games. I am now going to partake in some Distilled wonderful alcohol. Have a good day.